Like suits, how to get the where
like
to get blueprints.
The blueprints for.
We are live. Well, I mean, a lot of this stuff you could wiki, but yeah, I could certainly do.
Well,
I could do
that's the thing, though.
run-throughs.
The wiki is not 100% correct either.
Yeah, I could do some run-throughs and show people where to get things and whatnot.
Reinforcements.
Like
really
the,
depend, but I mean, this is up for you guys. Anybody watching that'll be watching this video right now. This is just a little test. We're playing some Warframe. Recent update to version 12. Just doing a little defense mission here on Venus. We're doing a corporate mission. We're gonna try and get some supplies that everybody needs. But if you're interested and you like what was going on here, let me know, and I'll continue and do some kind of like more of some walkthrough based gameplay. Kind of get a general idea of the game and where you can get things and pick things up from, and the best way to run through missions.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
The thing is, you won't be able to do exactly what we do because it's randomly generated levels.
Yeah. Randomly generated, but for the best approach to take towards this kind of thing.
The bridge I'm on right now, I'll hold down for it. Just let me know if there's mods anywhere else or like resources. I'll do the same for you guys if there's anything worthwhile out here.
I am just gonna kind of hop up centrally, hold out.
There's some coming in this middle stairwell. Not over here. Ah, slash dash, it's not my job. Circuits.
Got some kind of resource here.
Alright.
Circuits here on the crab block.
Need them. There's a slash dash mod out here if you want to grab it.
And I guess we'll just kind of start it here. This right here is what we call a mod. And it's something you'll equip to whether your weapons or your Warframe. And that'll give you some upgrades and some bonuses. And then these other things you'll see on the ground is mainly you'll see
resources, ammo.
Resources are
anything that's larger in the size, like more torso-sized, is glowing discs, as we like to call them. Those are resources.
These bright blue balls you're seeing are energy, which will be for the your
special powers to do your.
Which, if you look at the very bottom right, you can see them here and kind of cycling through them. I don't have my third one equipped, just because I don't really use it very often on this Warframe. But I've got my Shuriken, my Smoke Screen, and my Blade Storm, which is all the special abilities to the Ash Warframe, which is right now my favorite. It's one of the first ones I got besides the starters, and I'm very happy with it. It's very good. I've got the equipped here with my Latrin, and I've got the Akimbo Lexes. Oh, and as well as my Ortho Staff. I'm gonna take this right bridge and see if I can get a Blade Storm going. Alright, here we go. Oh, cool, that was my mission too. This will be the Ashes Blade. Not too many guys. I got 2 mods down here on this one, by the way. Ammo Drum and Reach. got up there, Ken?
Just, do them out there. Good round. Oh, Oxium down here.
Roger.
Oxium.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab that oxy.
You picked it up as you walked forward, I saw.
Some alloy plate up here.
Reinforcements available.
I'm good
Do
to go more
choose
if you
to
guys
leave
are.
now or continue
More!
Alright.
I
Always
need
more.
way more circuits.
And yeah, this right here is the, just like I said before, defense mission, and pretty much we're just gonna hold out indefinitely
You
as
can
long as we
either-
can
To
go in
defend.
sets of
You
5,
will
and
be
they'll get
rewarded
increasing
for your
difficulty.
bravery.
And
You can
pretty
either
much,
choose it in between those sets of 5 to
got
either
robots inbound.
take that randomly generated reward or go for more. Got an Oxium Mask right here, and it's
Right.
suicided.
and once I get that Frost Prime, this missions will be ridiculously easy. The AoEs you can throw down on the cryopod, the snow globe.
I like playing here.
What do you got? Oh, I
I like plate.
Gosh, my awful accuracy.
There's no way I've missed him all that time.
Behind you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's nothing down here as well.
I can use the energy.
Yeah.
Got it. Now just for reference, the 4 types of ammo you'll see is you'll see the red here, which is pistol. The blue will be rifle, green is shotgun, and purple is sniper. Which is sniper ammo also goes over for bows, which you guys will probably see here pretty soon because I have the dread bow.
One of the best bows in the game.
Yeah, the best bow ever, but it's not necessarily ideal for defense missions. Although, I don't know, I haven't tried that new bow. Williams just got it, and I hear it's pretty good.
Worst shot NA right here.
I think I could challenge you for that.
2 clips at one guy, never hit him once.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what are you using?
The Latron.
Oh.
I hadn't used it much, so.
Oh god. I really want to get those Orkin cells, get that Latron Prime. It'd be nice to have. It'd be a step up.
Yeah.
And I've got a catalyst I can throw, or a reactor I can throw on up the mod slots.
Polymer and Oxium up here where I'm standing.
Throw a waypoint.
Itchy when you look at the ground with those waypoints.
You get up to it when you get a chance.
Nice.
Little flying thing out there.
Shield up. Going.
Field runner.
Sweet.
Polymer bundle right there. I think you probably already got it though.
Oxygen Osprey.
God damn it.
Right there, what is that right there behind you?
Nothing but energy down this bridge.
Oh, come in handy. Oh. There's that. There's Oxium on my waypoint.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Tell you what though, that magnetic damage I have on this latch really helps for these corpus. Kills their shield.
Circuits here.
Failed drone over here.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle
I think it
more
might
of
be
the
time to
enemy.
pull it.
We didn't have any trouble with that. I think we should continue going.
Alright. Let's bring in a tighter ring though.
Yeah.
More
Keep
centralized.
fighting. Another
around
opportunity
the
to
cryo pod.
extract will appear soon.
I won't go past the staircase now.
I got a little careless on that last one, left the cryopod and it lost its shield. Yeah, tell you what though, while you get that Latron up there, you can get one-hit kills.
Yeah, it's not bad. I really don't like.
Semi?
I really don't like semi-automatic.
Yeah. It certainly has a good... Whoa! I'm trying to draw some fire down here. It's getting a little crazy. There. Polymer.
Back here, come on back.
Yeah, there's two samples down there.
Soldier, come back.
What? I'm right up here, dude. I'm right above this thing.
Polymer down there. I'm pulling it in close. I gotta lock him down my bridge. Not here.
Yep. Slash dashing blade storm on that one. That bridge will be clear. Cool.
Mod down that bridge too. Vitality for Sentinel.
Circuits there.
What?
Circuits. Down this way. Last enemy's gotta be caught somewhere.
I'm gonna stay this side.
Yep. On my way back. And you see us kind of sliding a lot. It's really kind of the fastest way to travel around.
There's a mod thing. Astronaut.
What is it?
Shuriken or something.
Mine's Mac. One of my favorite abilities.
There's another mod straight down that hall there.
Yeah. Slow it up a little bit.
Freeze. Frost mod. Circuits up here.
You know you can just throw a waypoint in this stuff, right?
Circuits down.
How do you do it again?
G.
Look at the ground and hit G.
Heavy
G.
robotic
Okay, I was hitting
signature
J. I thought you said J
detected. Lock and
earlier.
load.
Sorry.
Oh, good. I'll take right side. I got enough for Blade Storm. You guys do have it. Good idea.
Oh, there's going to be a lot coming down. Definitely Blade Storm.
Got it. Right bridge, or right bridge. I'd say make 15 our last, maybe. Unless you really
I
want
can
to
agree
push
with that.
20. I'd rather not push the luck though. We've gotten enough out of this to pull, and then just run it again if we need to.
Fusion core there.
Fury mod up here if y'all want them.
Any, I'll take them all. Can sell them, transmute them. Oh, Fury's nice too. So. Yeah, hopefully we'll get lucky and there'll be an Osprey just waiting around. Because we try and collect everything, because after this one ends, it'll be it. Alright, I'm just blade storming around here. Thin things out a little bit. Got something down here.
Oxygen at the
All the way on me.
point.
Ouch. Yeah, we got an osprey that's just like dicking around, so gather what you can. Come out here. True steel. Melee crit. Out over there. And that's it.
Reinforcements available.
Oh,
Do you
convenient.
choose to leave now
Those are always
or
nice to
continue
have.
fighting?
Alright. I think when we get back, I'll run a quick gear look through so you guys can kind of see what I've got.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
311 circuits. I was hoping for more, but it'll do.
Yeah, 450 polymer. Never seems like you get as much as you thought you would.
'Cause I need 1100 of it so I can make my direct gun, and that's a couple runs more of that.
So what we have here is, I have my Ash, which you saw me play as, and the Excalibur was the Warframe I chose as my starter. And I think now it's the, you start as the Excalibur, Loki, or Mag. Here recently I picked up the Necros just because it looked really interesting, and I actually enjoy it, and it's a nice Warframe to have. The Nyx, I just finished
What does the
that.
Necros do?
The Necros, you have
Like,
your...
as you go through, what do they do?
Alright, that's understandable, yeah. So your Excalibur, you go through and, it's melee based for the most part. I mean, its basic ability is a slash dash, which pretty much you'll just take your sword and just drive right through a line of enemies. Beyond that, you'll get to, I think there's a blinding light, there's some form of a super jump, and then there's a radial javelin, which will shoot javelins out in all directions. It's got pretty good base stats. It's real nice for just as it's a nice starter Warframe. And then, like I said, we come to the Necros, and your basic ability is Soul Punch, which pretty much you turn somebody into a projectile using their soul. I haven't gotten too far in this one, but he does have a Terrify ability, which will scare enemies and make them run off. He's also got one called Desecrate, which causes all enemies to drop more loot. But my favorite is Shadow of the Dead, I think it's called. But pretty much you reanimate up to 4 to 5 enemies around you, they're shadows, and they'll fight with you, and it's really useful, especially in Grindr situations when you get like heavy Grindr that have very strong attacks. You can bring them back to help you. Nyx is one I just picked up here recently, I think last night actually, or early this morning. It's not very powerful to start with. I mean, base shields and health is only 100, which runs through really fast in any kind of combat scenario, but it is great for playing with a group. It's psychic abilities. You have your psychic bolts, which pretty much, just kind of like the Ash's Shuriken, they kind of go out and do some damage, but your main abilities that you really rely on is your Chaos ability, which causes a projected image in front of all your opponents or your enemies, which will cause them to shoot each other, as well as you have a mind control ability that will cause a selected enemy to fight with you for a short period of time. And then you just have an absorb shield, which does exactly what you think it would, absorbs all the damage around you. And then we come to Vauban, or as the Engineer, as we like to call him, which is probably next to Ash one of my favorite Warframes. Very, very useful. AE attacks are really great. He's got Tesla balls as his basic, and they don't take very much energy, and they do quite a bit of damage per second. And you'll throw them out, and they'll just start doing damage. The more you throw, the more it gets, and you can throw quite a lot of them. And then you'll move to a bounce pad, which I don't really use too often, but you can throw out a little pad that'll allow you to reach higher areas just by kind of jumping on it. And then you'll get to one called the Bastille, which is really useful again in AoE areas, because it causes all of the enemies caught in its area to just be lifted up and suspended in the air, and they can't do anything, and it allows for a great combo with the Tesla balls, because you can just suspend them and then shock them and kind of keep them in check while you deal with something else, or you can trap some of the harder enemies and get their health down. And then his final ability, you get to the Vortex, which also can be very well combined with the Bastille. Pretty much you create a vortex and it sucks everything in, and it'll keep it all drawn in and do damage, and at the end it just releases a huge energy burst and kills pretty much everything in it. And we got to the Volt, which I got at one point early in my time, but it was around the same time I got my Ash, so I never really got into using it. I don't know a whole much about its playstyle. I mean, it's, as you see, it's only at rank 3, it's less than my Nyx. But I know it's got a super speed ability, as well as like an electric shield, which will absorb some of the damage. I mean, if I can actually step back here a minute and kind of actually look into those mods as we go to my list here. And yeah, we've got the electric shield, which is energy obstacle. Just a second here, we'll move through, and then you have, there it is, you have the overload, which you'll emit an energy field, which electrifies enemies. You know, it's useful. It's great for a larger group. And then your basic ability is just a shock, and pretty much you'll launch a projectile that'll chain from enemy to enemy. That's really all I have in the way of Warframes right now. I'm currently working on the Nova, and I will probably here pretty shortly either be building the Frost Prime or the Rhino, either of which would be great to have for tanking and another AoE abilities.
Yeah, the Frost Prime's an AoE tank. It's not exactly in the way of control. It just flops down AoEs and slows and defends the group, while the Rhino is a very controlling tank. It goes out, it knocks down the enemies for your team to damage, while you absorb a lot of the fire coming in up front.
And see, where a lot of this game will get is, you know, there's two different types. You can certainly get that playstyle where you just run in and run through and murder everything. But you can also get, if you're playing with a common group of, you know, your friends, you can only get 4 in one match. But, you know, you get with your friends and stuff, and you can actually start to work together and get your Warframe abilities to, you know, work as a group, and you can mesh as a group all using Warframes that work with each other. And it really just makes for devastating abilities. And then we'll go back here and show you along the lines of my weapons, which I don't know, I've got quite a few. I've got my Kimbo Lexus right now, which is my current equipped pistols. Not as great as I thought they would be, honestly, but they're not too bad. And the Corona Sword is something you unlocked from the first boss when it originally that was the original drop it had. The Dread Bow is something I like a lot. One of the more powerful weapons. It's certainly on the top of the charts of the bows. But it is a weapon used by an enemy Tenno called the Stalker, which usually after you kill enough enemy, do enough assassination missions, he'll come after you, and if you can manage to kill him without getting killed yourself, which is quite difficult, you will get a drop, which he drops 3 separate weapons, which he's got his Dread Bow, his Scythe, which is called Hate, and then he has Throwing Kunai that are called Despair. And then here we have the Dual Ether Swords, which are just, there is a larger Ether Sword, as well as there's Ether Daggers, and these are kind of in between. They're mid-sized swords that have quite a high attack rate. And then the Gorgon is a Grinier light machine gun. It's carried by the heavy gunners, and its firing rate will increase the longer you fire. It's got quite a large mag. It comes in really handy for just continuous fire. The Lado is your starter pistol, and your Skana is your starter sword. They're pretty much just your basic. The Latrin is kind of like a marksman rifle, which is what you saw me using that last match there. And the Mark 1 Bratton is your starting rifle. It's actually not bad for a starting rifle. I mean, all of your starting equipment is quite well. It's all good. And then I have my Orthos staff here, which is what you saw me using there, which is a dual-bladed staff. And then there's the miscellaneous. You can see all your resources and stuff. I've got only 1 Sentinel right now. I have the Worm, and he comes equipped with the laser rifle. There's a few others. There's 4. I think there's the Shadow, the Death Cube, and there was a new one. And there's also one you can research. That's the like Dijon or whatever. And then Titan Extractors, which you can throw on planets to get resources. That's all I have along the lines of my inventory. I mean, I've got quite a bit of mods in here. And pretty much mods, I'll show you here real quick. Like, go to my Latrin here. And these mods are things you'll equip to increase your damage or your abilities. Like this one is plus 75% damage. and stuff like that. As well as you have like status effects like the electric damage and the fire damage, but combined together that'll actually make, if you combine cold and electricity, you'll get the magnetic, and then I have heat damage on top of that. Which here recently added, they have the 3 different damage types, which you have impact, puncture, and slash, which all do different types of damage to different types of enemies. And I mean, you have all your stats down here that really go across what it is. I mean, that's really all I have right now. Over here's the foundries, which is where you would make all your stuff. Got a bunch of random stuff here. Yeah. Working on some things. Got some things building for later. Need to go out and run some resources. Actually, real quick, we will stop in. And these are your keys, which you can run on to special missions. And I'm part of our clan here. And we'll just drop in the dojo real quick and give you a little run around of what that's like. King and Wadt, sorry if I'm holding you guys up.
That's fine, man.
This is it right now. It's we're still working on it. It's of course not done. And all these yellow things you see here are decorations we plan to add in the future. And this right here is a trading station where we can all trade together. Right now, this is our largest hall we have right now. We could have built bigger ones, but we thought it wasn't really necessary for the time being, considering as it's only just us right now. Right over here you'll have, these are reactors, which are needed to power everything. And we've got quite a few of those lying around to use. Definitely the largest room we have is the obstacle course, which, I don't know, I may or may not run it. It'd probably be quite embarrassing because I'm pretty awful at this, but go ahead and do it. And you can kind of see some of the basic mechanics here. Kind of how things work when you get into more of the, as you could say, parkour element of the game. Just kind of run through here. Run through these, and you'll just kind of do some wall runs here. You'll just kind of run through here, and then you jump off to this platform. And this is like the bane of my existence in this obstacle course, is these moving pillars here. I've never been good at these, all too good at these. I tend to fall off quite often, and if I do it here, wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, I might get lucky, we'll see. Alright, there we go. We'll just kind of do a sliding jump there. And then this one, the platform will randomly fall out from under you. And yeah, that didn't go too well. I mean, it's really best to try and go carefully through this, not like I'm doing here and falling and costing me time. But, I mean, you are racing against the clock here, see how fast of a time you can get. And I will not beat my top time right now. My top time, I come in at 1 minute 8 seconds. 1:08.82 actually. And this one I'll come in around 1:27.94. I mean, that's not too bad, but I've certainly done better. And we'll come over here to the left here real quick and stop through the Autumn Garden. We have here more decorations we plan to get in. I mean, it all takes resources, and we were more focused on some of the more important things. The front, and this is our barracks here, our first barracks. I believe this is the
more important
Shadow
resources.
Barracks.
He means research to get more.
Yeah,
better
research to get more weapons. You know, some of the like the new Zephyr Warframe that was released in Update 12, that is only available of getting through clan research. We have a stone garden here, and I believe
Or
this
purchasing with 275 platinum.
Yeah, platinum, which is, you know, what you buy with money. And, I mean, you can buy a lot of things for platinum, but in the end, you still gotta level it up. I mean, you can buy mod packs, but a lot of times you'll really only get the mods you want by coming through here. And I mean, this is how the research works. We've got the Detonite Injector research here, and right now we're working on the Grinlock, which has got about a day, 22 hours. We'll come over here to the Energy Lab, which actually takes us through the Water Garden. And we're currently researching some things in here. That right there is actually the body of the Jackal, which you may or may not see later on, depending on how this goes. I'll probably end up running that I mean, that's how you get the Rhino parts, is defeating a Jackal. Which most of your Warframes that you unlock instead of buying, you will get through assassination missions. And right here we have the Biolab, which is a lot of infested related enemies here. Let's see if I can identify some of these. Yeah. We're working on, we just got this up here pretty recently, so. Certainly the hardest boss I've ever had to face is the Orc and Derelict assassination mission, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's honestly not too difficult, but it's really time consuming and you've got to be careful. And we'll take a little stroll here. We haven't really done anything with that doorway yet. That's to come in the future. And you've got some of the other halls here, as you know, you have to have the previous one to get the next one, and they just get bigger and bigger. But this is the first one we had. Oh, well, I mean, it'll just go, and we're going to actually go in descending order here. Then we'll get here, and here's a Tenor research lab, which is where you'll research the Banshee, Zephyr, and Volt, as well as the new Castanis and AK Stiletto weapons. And you'll research the research overall, and then you'll do each individual part. And you'll be able to replicate those and build them on your own. Over here, I believe, is just another reactor.
Fusion reactor.
Just another reactor. We'll take the elevator down here. Watt, you in the dojo?
Negative.
Because I know King does not like to duel. Not his thing. So,
I don't see the point in PvP one-on-one.
Yeah, I will not challenge you. We'll take you down. Let's ride the elevator down. This is actually be our first area. This is where we first started. Was right in here. Was the first little room you get, and then there's just another reactor down that way, off the hallway. But this right here is the dueling arena, where you can put and you can come and duel with your friends, and one person sits here, another sits there, and it'll close off and you'll fight each other. Best 2 out of 3 to see who wins. That's really all that's to our dojo right now, but it is certainly going to grow in the future. Alright, what do you guys want to run?
I'm in one right now.
What was that, King?
I'm gonna head off.
Oh, you're gonna head off? Alright.
Yeah, I got work tomorrow and I don't want to be dead tired.
That's understandable. I think I might run one more, I think, maybe 2, and I'll bring this video to a close. So, we'll see what we got here. Alright, we'll take a look at what we need.
As quoted by Finch, there is no fear in this dojo.
Oh man, this hate's gonna be difficult, and this would be the Stalkers.
Anyway,
Blade.
have a good one, gentlemen.
You too, man.
User left your
10
channel.
Morphix, 5,000 Ferrite, 4,500 salvage. Alright, just to go ahead and while we're on it, we'll do a quick overlay of all the places I know that you can get the Warframes. Mercury, you'll come here to Tolstoy and you'll get the Seer blueprints for the Seer pistol, which is, I hear is a quite nice pistol. I haven't gotten all the way to getting it yet. And Mercury is the first place you'll go, and then you'll actually move to Venus. Once you get to Fulsa, you'll fight the Jackal, which I was talking about earlier. That's where you'll get all the Rhino pieces. And then there's Mars, where you fight on Mars. Oh man, I actually could not tell you off the top of my head what you get from Mars. It's been a while since I've been through it, but if this series continues, I'll definitely go through Mars and show you what we get through there. Uranus, when I ran Uranus, oh shut up, Watt, was the Ash parts, and that's how I got my Ash. Ceres, I'm not 100% sure if Ceres has an assassination yet. I think this is one of the places that didn't get one as of right now. Let's kind of look through here real quick. Yeah, I believe Series does not have one as of right now. Europa, you'll have Raptor, which is where you get the Nova, which I just got my last piece for that. I need to work on building it. Phobos, I'm actually really excited to go through to the Phobos boss because it's actually a question mark. So I have no idea what it is, but I will certainly be getting there in the near future. And that is one you probably get to watch me do because it'll be amazing. Jupiter used to be actually an infested boss, Golem J3, but now it has actually been replaced by Lad 5. And I faced him once here recently, and what we got from him was the new Valkyr pieces actually. And we'll go real quick and just show you. These are all of the Warframes you have available right here, and you get the Valkyr is one of the newer ones, and you get that from Jupiter fighting a Lad 5. Next we'll go to Neptune. Neptune, I believe, gave the Volt pieces, if I remember correctly. That's where you got Volt was Neptune.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yeah, I was not 100% sure. I know I got it from somewhere, but I couldn't remember. And that's kind of got me. It used to be just the hyena, just one, and that was honestly difficult enough. But now they've made it a hyena pack, which kind of has me interested. I kind of want to see how that works out and plays with the
It's
full
up to
pack.
4.
Up to 4 of them, really. I wonder if they toned them down a little bit, because just the one was actually, yeah, it was actually kind of difficult. And Earth.
Well, I'm a fairly new player, and I do have a level 30 character, rank 30 character, and I get 2-shot by it.
Wonderful. Yeah, one of them was hard enough. It took some work. Up to 4 could certainly be difficult. Everest is where you now get the Oberon pieces, which is the new like Paladin type Warframe. Used to be where you would get the Trinity, which I'm not certain how that goes now. Saturn is General Sargus Ruck, which is where you will get the Ember pieces. Pluto is the Pluto used to be something different actually. Is now Ambulus, which I have not faced. I personally have not been Ambulus. It used to be a flying corpus boss like the Raptor. And Sedna is got one somewhere. I believe that's another one I have not completed. It's the Keladathium. Yeah, I have not completed that one as well. But I will eventually be working my way through all of these planets so that I have everything opened up to me. You get the Nyx, which I recently got, which is you get the Nyx from Infestation Invasions, the assassination missions, taking on Forrid, which is like a large version of a charger, kind of like a dog, very deformed dog. And these are kind of like what the infestation, like these invasions look like, and they have special rewards for doing them. But, yeah, we'll go back and see real quick. What did I need? I think I needed Orkin cells? Yes, Orkin cells. Orkin cells and Smorphix and some Rubedo. And Neurodes would actually be kind of nice to have. I could use some Neurodes and start my new pistol. But definitely get some Orkin cells. So that will be Saturn, actually. And we will go to the General Sargus Ruck. And just for the sake of, being a bit easier, I'm going to run it online. Not try and solo this, but I am going to take my Dread Bow, so you'll get to see what that is like. And I'm actually going to move over. I don't know. Do I want to take these? Nah, we'll stay with the Ortho Staff, actually. But if we are going to do it, I will bring out my Sentinel. And the Carrier, that was the new one. That was what it was. And we will run this. See if we can get some players. Oh, I don't know. I don't think anybody's running it right now. Oh, there's one group. But they are probably a full squad. I don't really want to get into it. There we go. So, yeah, we have everybody now out. One dropped, but we'll run it with this guy. Oh, and Sargus Ruck actually got an update. Most of the bosses did, actually. They got a bit more difficult. Some of their abilities were changed to fit some of the new storyline ways they're going with it. So, it is completely possible to stealth all the way through some of these missions. There may or may not be a video later on of me stealthing through a mission completely. Bows are very nice for that because they're silent and they have high critical damage. And that right there, as you saw, that explosion, is actually one of my mods called Thunderstorm for bows. And it gives my arrows like a 22% chance of explosion. And you see is how fast I'm moving right now. Is we have a Volt in our group, which he has casted his super speed ability, which works on all of us.
You're on the sensors now.
And
You've been detected.
we'll speed everybody up.
The bypass is done. Go.
You've got all kinds of different enemies depending on what you're doing. I'm actually tempted to throw, if I wasn't needed for this, new thing implemented, this codex scanner, so you can scan dead enemies, and you'll be able to read about them later on in the codex, but I don't think now is the time to be trying to do that. Like I said, for the most part, this is a trial to see what you guys think, if you guys are interested. You know, likes and favorites will let me know. One of the quickest ways to let me know whether you guys are enjoying this or not, and if you want to see more, I will certainly continue this on with the group. We play fairly often, and I will continue on playing and show you more and more of the game and what there is to unlock. And that right there is General Sargus Ruck, actually.
Target acquired. Take them down.
And this will more than likely be over pretty quick. I haven't had a lot of experience with the new update they did for Ruck, so not really sure how to go about actually killing. This is another new part of the update. You'll have random leaders in here that will have different abilities that boost all the people around them, and they can be quite deadly and difficult, so they are very good to try and get rid of if at all possible. But we have Ruck here. I'm not 100% sure on actually how to damage him. I'm not doing any that way. And there we go. He is defeated. Got our mod and our resource drop from him. Now we will be going to extraction. Hopefully I can get these 9 kills. Ooh, shield. Bows are very good for guys with shields. You can penetrate right through them. Looks like extraction's right here, but I might see if I can hold it off a little bit longer so that I can get my objective completed. It'll depend on the time. I'll just be quick about it. And there we go, we got it there, so now we're just gonna rush out of here. 30 seconds to get back. I handle that. Just to be cool, we'll throw down the smoke screen, go invisible, and bam! There we go. Mission over, and we actually get the Ember Helmet, which I think I picked up last time I ran through this, so... I know this is just how weapons rank up, and the max rank is 30, and for each rank you get an extra mod slot to put mods in, but if you have a reactor or a catalyst, depending on whether you're doing it for Warframe or weapon, it'll double your mod slots, which comes in very handy. So I'm actually just gonna kind of drop out right now. This has been pretty long. I don't know. It's been a decently long session, and yeah, well, that's kind of about time. These are most of the weapons you can get here without research. Just kind of go through these real quick. These are all your secondaries, and then over here, finally, you have your melee weapons. Which, see, you can buy them here for platinum, or you can actually go down here and get blueprints and build them all. So, if you don't really feel like putting money into it, you don't have to. And the great thing about this is, I honestly feel that it plays very well, and it's a very good game. And the fact that it's still in beta is something. I mean, they're constantly coming out with new things. It's still in beta, and yet it's got all of this that you can do, and there's really not a whole lot of issues. Like, there's not game-breaking bugs. Occasionally, maybe in the Orc and Void, you can get a couple like that, but it's very rare. But thank you all for watching. This is Soldier44, and like I said before, if you like it, let me know, and I'll keep it going. Yeah, haven't figured out how to end these yet.